Hey YouTube, this is Ebon Magician 34. Got another little deck for you. This is a casual deck. I ran it today at my local. I only took one loss. Surprisingly, it was against aliens with Golgar recurring Call of Haunted. Definitely didn't see that coming. But anyway, I was running late last night. I had no idea what to run, and I thought, why not? Take a chance. This is one of my favorite casual... Sorry, I can't talk anymore. One of my favorite casual decks. So, anyway, start out 3 Apprentice, 3 Crystal Seer, 1 Old Vindictive Magician. By the way, this is Final Countdown. I should put it in the title when I post this, but in case you hadn't, because I haven't gotten to my spells yet. Marshmallow, Spirit Reaper, 2 Arcana Force, 0 the Fool. Remarkably good guy. Morphing Jar, because you just gotta hit that countdown ASAP. Gores, because, you know, as long as you got cards in the field, really, you're pretty safe. But if they ever do clean your whole field, you're a little vulnerable, and that's pretty much the only time. So that's when you can Gores, and he's an amazing wall. So, that does it for monsters. Triple Final Countdown, that should be self-explanatory. Sark, so you've essentially got 5 copies of Countdown in your deck. Triple Upstart, enabling you essentially to run 37 cards. Level Limit, Scapegoat, Swords. A lot of these are pretty obvious. This, like I say, is a casual deck. Nightmare Steel Cage. For the most part, though, it's really kind of a budget deck, which is nice. Torrential, Mirror Force. With the exceptions of like Mirror Force and the Sarks, almost everything in this deck is really cheap. Gravity Bind. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, because it stops most of the key synchros that ever get hit. Can't get Black Rose when this is out. Stuff like that. It's really awesome. Remember to activate that about the time you see the synchro materials and can count the stars. Don't wait to flip it until it activates the effect, because that negates activations, not effects. So if they've already engaged the activation and put it on the chain, it's too late to stop it. So, anyway, snuffed on that. Triple Threatening. Here's another not too big surprise. Triple Wapakoos. And last but not least, 2 Rainbow Life. This really has a lot of applications. It's good against Blackwings, who a lot of your side deck is for Blackwings. It's a good way to discard if you guys really have to, because sometimes you do get a lot of cards in your hand, so you can pay it off. And it's a good way to compensate yourself for the fact that you may be losing all life points to things like Final Countdown, for instance. Not to mention, you know, you may have to take a couple of hits early on, because sometimes sacrificing life points is the right way to go. So anyway, that does it for the main deck over here. Now I'm going to go into the side deck. I threw side deck together really quickly. It's pretty basic concept stuff. Double Prime, because Burn will just eat you alive. There's nothing else to it. Mirror Vose, Gladiator Beasts. Royal Decree is not your friend, so you do have some side deck MT Destruction. Storm's not so bad for this deck, really. If you play intelligently, you should be able to play around Storm, because a lot of your stuff's chainable, 1 turn, 1 shot kind of stuff. So you can play around Storm. MST and Twister should be obvious for the reasons which I already explained. The remaining 8 cards in the side deck are all for Blackwings, because basically Bora and Blackwing Armed Wing will just beat the ever-loving daylights out of you in a couple of turns, and Clute doesn't help that either if the other player has enough sense. So, even though this deck is just for fun, no fun if you just get wasted. I mean, you gotta give him a good run. So, Needle Ceiling, ×3, definitely bad for Blackwings. Defense Draw takes care of those little tramplers. Especially when you consider Sirocco Bora, that's really bad for you, because you have virtually no point removal. Other than that 1 copy of Old Vindictive that's in the main deck. So Defense Draw gives you another card. It acts like an upstart, but it also buys you a little protection from damage. Speaking of Old Vindictive, you can side in 2. These guys, made to kill Shotgun Bird and made to kill Bora. So, yeah. And last but not least, 1 extra copy of Rainbow Life, because, hey, if they trample, which is the main reason those guys are so scary, or if they just overwhelm you, this is another copy of Wapaku, but it also gains you life so you can survive the next turn that comes after it. So, that was it. That's the basic deck. Final Countdown for your approval. Rate, comment, subscribe, and enjoy. Peace.